Paganism is Britain's oldest religion, dating back to the cavemen. The first written record is found in Roman drama, where they mention pagans celebrating midsummer at Stonehenge, also known as solstice. Although not seen as a main religion in England, in Birmingham we have over 1,000 followers. They mainly practice solitary or even with a moot or coven. Paganism is an umbrella term that covers many New Age religions, such as Wicca, shamanism, eclecticism, Druidism, etc.
So how long have you been practising paganism?
Well, I've been a pagan for probably about 30 years altogether, so it's quite a long time. Although I wouldn't consider myself a run-of-the-mill pagan anymore.
And why not?
I think there's been too much bad press, and I don't like the umbrella term pagan. It's one that is used pretty much throughout the world, but it's something that I think has too many bad connotations from the past.
So how do you practice?
I'm mostly solitary, to be honest, although I get together with friends on an occasional basis. Most of the work I do at home, although I do some here, depending on what it is that we're doing. We occasionally celebrate festivals and things in this building, so it's an interesting time, I think, for New Ages, Wiccans, whatever you want to call us. In reality, I'm mostly a solitary. I think most people are these days as well.
So are you part of any moots?
No, not at the moment. I just tend to prefer to practice with family members.
So you're not solitary?
No, I'm not solitary. I do either, really, depending on what sort of spell I'm doing. If I find it's something for me personally, I tend to work alone. But if it's something to affect, say, a family or money problems or something, I tend to get more people to add more power.
And how do you practice normally?
With crystals, incense, and I sometimes use a few spells we have here, or get David, who's the manager, to give me a few hints on what would be best to do, like candle magic or herb blends, what would be the best to do for, say, protection from nightmares or smudging and things like that.
Recently, Salisbury Council scrapped the plans to build a through road beneath Stonehenge without excavation, as the plans had ever-increasing costs. The council decided to forget the plans, and after the pagan society had created such an uproar, the news fell on welcome ears. If the through road had been built, the ancient tradition of watching the sun rise in midsummer would not have been as important to some pagans if they had been denied access. Specially privileged pagan societies have been given the right to access the stones to perform rituals just as their ancestors would have done many centuries ago. On a normal day, visitors to Stonehenge would be denied direct access to the stones due to the graffiti and carvings that people had made to them in the past. Stonehenge used to be one of the 8 wonders of the world. However, some pagans still feel today that it's still a wonder.